Coming up, we'll take a deeper look at an important journalism program at Fayetteville High.
And we'll also learn more about the upcoming Pi Day event hosted by Mu Alpha Theta and catch up on sports for this week. I'm Jay Beasley.
And I'm Kay Castleman. Welcome to the Bulldog Weekly.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Weekly. Today is Monday, March 11th. Thank you for joining us.
We've got a great show planned for this week. Let's start off with some world news.
Residents in Alabama are preparing to rebuild after a strong line of storms took many lives earlier this week. 23 people are dead after the tornadoes ripped through the state on Sunday afternoon. In some parts of the state, tornado sirens gave residents only a few minutes to prepare for the violent storms. The tornado was a mile wide and had winds comparable to a Category 5 hurricane. The residents who died ranged from 6 years old to 89 years old. That's all for World News.
Junior girls interested in applying for Girl State should visit the website www.arkansasgirlstate.com or see Ms. Norman. It is a great opportunity for those interested in leadership, citizenship, and government.
Senior students should check the Naviance website under the colleges page to view scholarships available to them. There are many local scholarships on the site that have not been applied for.
FHS students have many options for journalism classes, but our very own registered newspaper stands out. Reporter Kate Harmon tells us more about this grade class.
The Register is an online publication produced by students. The class teaches its students how to report while putting out their own articles.
Newspaper is kind of like a simulation of what it's like to work in media in the real world. It's kind of like we write more personal stories, so it's more about our community.
We spend most of our time writing, and then once we're done writing an article, we turn it into the editors. They look through it, edit things, and then we put it into the website, where they edit it again, and then it gets published onto the website.
There are 4 editors in total. There are 2 main editors and then 2 co-editors. And we split the class up to where each editor has a certain group of people that they edit their piece of work, whether it's podcast or a vlog or anything like that, or a story.
We cover really anything. We have fun stories, and then we have serious stories. Like we have a new story right now talking about what's going on in Venezuela, and then we have personality stories. So like we have ones about Huxley, who's one of our football players. We have stories about just kind of people in our community that are really helping out.
We get a student view on a lot of what's happening, and you also get like a really unbiased opinion.
Well, we're there when no one knows where else to go. You know, when people need a link for something, we'll be like, look on the Register. When people need to know, oh, Batsmitten is next week, or where the sign-up is, they go to the Register.
Newspaper works hard to keep students around the school updated about global and local events. Check out their articles, photographs, and podcasts. For the Bulldog Weekly, I'm Kate Harmon. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Kate. Students can find them at fhsregister.com or their Instagram and Twitter pages at FHSRegister.
26 club applications are available in room 2403 for current sophomores interested in joining. Applications are due on March 29th.
11th grade students who missed the February 20th ACT have the opportunity to take a makeup test on March 12th. Students who are interested in making it up should contact Mr. Smith at bobby.smith@g.fair.net.
Tryouts for varsity JV and sophomore girls basketball will be hosted today, March 11th, from 5 to 7 p.m. in the Fayetteville High School gym. Students wanting to try out must have a copy of a current physical.
The spring semester marks the start of many athletic and club competitions, including FFA, the Future Farmers of America. Reporter Georgia Rowland tells us more.
FFA is an organization that enables students to practice career development and leadership skills. They compete in competitions, and those competitions pick up at the beginning of this spring semester.
FFA is a club here at FHS, and it's called Future Farmers of America, but you don't have to be a farmer to be in it. It's a leadership organization, and we work on continuing agricultural careers and teaching people about agriculture.
FFA is a student organization that gets kids in agriculture involved with career development events and leadership development events. So they do lots of public speaking, a lot of competitions that kind of challenge them and develop their skills in agricultural areas.
Competition teams. The first one is parley procedure, which teaches you how to hold a proper meeting in a business setting. It includes officers and you hold a discussion. The second one is ag communications, and this is very focused on journalism. So we write essays and build a web page and even do a video.
I've been preparing for all my competitions a little differently. We all try and meet a couple times a week or a couple times a month, just kind of depends. And then for X-Temp, I usually write a speech once a week and present it to my ag teacher. And then for livestock, we meet like a few times a month.
Sometimes we get to go to practice contests as well, and so they get to kind of challenge themselves and see maybe where some weak spots are, but also see where their good spots are so they can kind of develop more of their skills. So we practice a lot, and then the students also have to kind of work on their own as well.
You can get involved by joining an agriculture class, and then you can sign up for FFA with your ag teacher or advisor.
Good luck to all the teams that are competing this season. For the Bulldog Weekly, I'm Georgia Rowland. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Georgia. Good luck to all the students in FFA on their upcoming competitions.
Auditions for the annual FHS Talent Show will take place on Wednesday, March 13th from 4 to 5:30 p.m. and on Wednesday, April 3rd during Edge. Students can sign up outside of Coach Feist's room in 2011.
Any seniors awarded a scholarship should bring their award letters to the senior office by May 2nd to be included in the senior scholarship program. All letters will be returned to the students by the end of the school year.
Every year, Mu Alpha Theta hosts Pi Day on March 14th. The event brings a fun time for students and also benefits the club. Reporter Bryn Taylor has the story.
Mu Alpha Theta is one of FHS's most standout clubs, offering many competitions for their members and many events for the student body, one of which is Pi Day.
Every year, Mu Alpha Theta sells pies for Pi Day in order to raise funds for our national competition. This year, it's going to be slightly bigger. We're going to hopefully be more spread out.
Pi Day is always held on March the 14th because the number pi is the decimal 3.14, and that's why we celebrate on 314. We try to make it fun by also teaching what pi stands for. The students all have a great time just eating pie.
We pretty much just get all over the school, get a bunch of pies, get sponsors from stores, and have people bring in pies and just sell pie for $1. So people who want to buy a piece of pie can buy pie for $1.
If you have any questions about Mu Alpha Theta or the various events that they host, do not hesitate to contact Ms. Thomas. I'm Bryn Taylor, back to the desk.
Thanks, Bryn. Students, be sure to stop by and grab some pie.
After the break, we'll check out sports for this week with Tanner Wade.
See you in 30. Look around for just 1 second. Beauty surrounds us. It's above us in the trees. It's in the horizon that shows the outline of the mountains. It's in the water that shows a steady flow of life in our world. It's in us, but we only look for it in us. We're so busy looking within ourselves, we don't notice the things we leave behind. People say treat your neighbor like yourself, but I see people throwing things right on top of our planet, covering it in filth. We walk around on our phones trying to avoid the garbage we leave behind. Look up for that 1 second. Pick up a piece of plastic. End plastic pollution before it's too late.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Sports Report. I'm Tanner Wade. After the pep rally this week, you should be well aware that spring sports are right around the corner. With that comes soccer, which you can catch here at home tomorrow as they take on the Bentonville West Wolverines. The girls' game will be up in Rogers, but the boys will be playing at 7:30 here at Harmon. As spring sports start to warm up, so do our very own baseball and softball teams. Baseball will be at home tonight, and remember, it only costs $2 for students to attend. The softball girls also play this week up in Rogers as they take on the Mounties. We also want to recognize an upcoming sport here at FHS, the lacrosse team. They played their very first home game this Saturday. Make sure to check them out this Saturday as they continue to make their print on Bulldog Sports. That's all we have for sports this week. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Tanner. That's all we have for this edition of the Bulldog Weekly. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at FHS-TV-Fayetteville High for all new shows and live events.
And make sure to check out our Instagram page at FHS Bulldog TV to stay up to date with all the news around the school and in the community. I'm Jay Beasley.
And I'm Kay Kassman. We'll see you next week.
Are you Sam K. Clark for a month of the show?
FHS. Hey, I was going. Fighting. How could you do that? Get the camera off me.
Get that corn out of my face.
Oh. Is that good? Yeah. Oh.